Okay, so I'm at Stenviga here now. I just need to talk to Faravid. He's definitely up to something. He's going a bit.
Good to see you.
Oh shit. He's going to some extreme lengths. I know, like he's on about. He's doing it just because to get more glory and Halfdan will be more happy, but he's just going to some extreme lengths to do it. Oh fucking hell!
Where are the Saxons? We need them to take that fortress.
Patience. Richier promised an army.
What about Hjor and Lufvina?
Lovina is ahead with a dozen of Yorick's swords. Come. Our Saxon allies have reached Magnus. We should march.
Travel to Magnus's staging grounds.
Will Halfdan join us? Stay home out of spite.
That is far. And there's nowhere to... Oh yeah, I've been here before. That is a fortress. That is the biggest fortress on the game I've seen so far.
This plan. I feel uneasy.
It will be a good fight. I have faith in it.
Faravid's plan had better be sound. Let us hope this goes well. Faravid's army.
The battle is near.
On the battlefield once more, old friend.
Yes, my Jarl. As in days of old.
Who are you to speak of the old days? The days when my word was bond. The days when the light of my glory lit the world. How dare you speak of those days as if they meant anything to a traitor like you?
Who told you of this?
My new ally is more loyal than my old friend.
Eivor Two-Faced. That is your name.
Gently, friend. I told Halfdan because it was my duty.
Enough bickering, all of you. We are at the edge of war. Preserve your rage for the enemy.
Lufina talks sense. We fight this battle and we end this war. At this moment, nothing else matters.
Look there. The pigs send a message.
Raven Tamer, with me. You will talk them into a surrender with your sword-sharp tongue.
Not like in the blizzard.
Stay back, men!
These pigs came in great numbers. They came to fight. If this is... Turn tail and run, back beyond the wall.
The Romans built that wall to keep us out. But they are gone, and we remain. Someday you too will disappear.
Wall or no wall, we have more gods than you.
We may have but one god, Hedon. But we have many more friends.
Who now is the rightful king of Northumbria? The kingdom has spoken!
Scumbag.
Glory for Halfdan! I will have your head, Ricia!
Die, you bastard dogs! Watch my back.
God, button didn't work. Can't believe you weird scare, the little dickhead.
Aiming to fire!
Extend the ladders!
Oh,
And may the gods remember us! Arrows incoming!
hot. I don't know who you do.
Arrows coming!
Okay.
Arrow fire! Already dead.
Destroy the palisades.
Incoming oil!
near it.
I need to get that drawbridge down.
The button didn't work again to do the ability. Where am I? Oh.
Press on! Let the Picts remember this in their hell! Eyes open for the coward, King Rishi.
This is the last of them! For Thor! For Ragnar! For Halfdan! Ah, the sweet taste of victory! And Rishia defeated. Was he the thorn at my back? The traitor I suspected all this time?
Save your praise, Halfdan. Rishia may yet live.
That coward will be dead in a snowdrift somewhere. It matters not.
This day is not done until we've seen his corpse. Do not relent. Not yet.
Eivor, rise like an eagle or call like a crow.
Hold the wall!
And they're never ending from this side. I just don't want them to get through that door. Right, now we can go sort these out.
There!
He's fleeing to the north! You meet the spirits this day, traitor.
Faithful counselor, please help me back to Jorvik. Let my heart expire at home.
I have no favors left to offer you, Rishi. Soon, you will walk beside your guard.
But I see no light. I feel no warmth. Only an icy darkness, a cave.
Hell's frozen door welcoming you.
What waits for me there, Eivor? What waits for me?
A traitor's death for a treasonous fool.
He was the hero in tales he told himself. A Saxon who loved his homeland. You cannot begrudge him that.
There is something in that. No more Saxon kings, Eivor. I am through playing the puppeteer. The fate of this Shire rests on my shoulders alone.
You'll take the crown yourself, and the extra burden it brings.
I will. But I will not rule alone. My friends, my allies, will keep me standing upright. Let us talk of our alliance in Jorvik. Leave this king to his winter kingdom.
It's cold as balls out here. Look at it. Back to Jorvik.
Rabscaios Andreas Dominus Noster, et Kia ita es. Quod
Nokkrir komu vestan frá nýjum byggðum.
Moira, is Halfdan about?
Eivor, welcome. Halfdan has stepped outside with Faravid. They shouldn't be far.
Ah! A thirsty foe?
No, thank you.
Never danced with him.
Be my eyes, Sunan.
Rishi, I struggle to be surprised.
I was caught.
The ceremony hastens to start. Let's not keep the crowd waiting.
Eivor! Yes, let us go. To inscribe our names in history. No more pulling strings. This throne and its burdens are mine.
Think you can swell with the best? Oh, no.
Have you had enough fun? My crowning must come soon.
I'll save some for later. Let's make a king of you.
To Eivor and the Raven clan of Mercia, our newest ally in blood and glory!
To Halfdan, king, I lift my horn and raise my brow to speak this praise. Crown spire, stout oak of Valkyries, spinner of battle wisdom. Long may you live and rule. Skull! Moira, what is this metal? It's soft, like Roman pipes.
Ah, that's lead. A toxic metal.
And was it lead that drove the Romans mad? Can metal do this to a man?
Oh, God in heaven, yes. The Romans knew this well. And my poor mother, she drank from cups like these for so long.
You... all these years you gifted me poison! You gifted me madness!
Old friend, please. Your sickness has clouded your judgment.
This sickness was no accident. I trusted you.
Sheath your weapon, Faravid.
Eivor, make this man see sense. He's old, sick, and his mind is unclear.
Horse shit! You want me dead, you lying shithog? I was a fool to not see it!
Treason must never go unpunished.
After all we did together, after all we won,
If any of my clan committed such a betrayal, I would rip his flesh from his bones.
you are not the warrior you used to be, old friend.
I didn't want to say that he was Halfdan was insane, but I didn't want to accuse Faravid at the same time. That was like a lose-lose. Oh my god, he's fucking up, yeah. Missed.
Traitor! Kill me! To the wall! Now
Look at him, people. Is this how a leader should behave? Come to your senses.
The end of our road.
stand, you treasonous bastard! Stand and fight me!
Old friend, do you remember the days we raced our horses across the length of this land? You were always faster. You always won. Because I let you win, my Jarl. So I will let you win one last time. We will meet once more in the corpse hall.
Halfdan, it's time I go. I'm leaving for Mercia, going home.
And go with this. A sign of friendship. A bond between our clans, a symbol of the pain and suffering it took to win the peace.
I hope we were right about him.
Port to Ranvi.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
This one begins a long time ago at a desert oasis. Far away. A place of...
It was not rubbish. I intended to use it. Please, calm down.
Randvi, what is this?
Another dispute, I'm afraid. With Holger stirring the pot once again. Will you sit in judgment?
Judgments are the burden of a Jarl. This is Sigurd's duty now.
He refuses to leave his quarters. Right now, you are the only noble fit for this.
I don't know. It is not my place.
Please. Only until Sigurd recovers his strength.
All right. Once more. Gudrun, Holger, come forward. We'll state your cases, and I will hear you out and be as swift in my judgment as I am able. Gudrun, you may speak.
I have been robbed, Eivor. My property defaced. 3 days ago, I discovered some of my sailcloth missing. I scoured the settlement in search of it. Passing Holger's home, there I see it. Boldly displayed and worse, defaced, with scrolls and silly stories upon it.
Lies and slander!
Holger, quiet. You're well acquainted with the rules of this trial. Now, Gudrun, what did you do upon discovering your sailcloth?
I confronted him, demanding silver. For sil with Holger's inky scratching cannot be sold or bartered, can it? I ask only that I be paid for the property that was taken from me, yet he refuses.
So Holger took something that belonged to you and defaced it. Now you wish to be paid for the item. Do I understand?
That is right.
Holger, what say you in your defense?
Short days ago, I found a pile of mildew-stained detritus beneath the docks, and salvaged what I could. I wish to use it as a canvas, you see? As a conveyance for my latest works. The sailcloth was in such a state, and so obscured from view, I assumed it was refuse, abandoned goods.
I see.
My motives were honest, Eivor. Would a thief be so brazen as to display the fruits of his crime? Hardly. Yet here she claims I have robbed and defaced her property, when all I took was rubbish left by to rot.
Nonsense.
My only crime here is that I gave something ugly and decrepit a bold new life.
I see. So you feel Gudrun disposed of something and now unreasonably seeks its return?
Exactly, yes.
All right, I have heard enough.
I might have profited from that cloth. Holger has all but robbed me of a future boon.
It was garbage. Yet now it's a part of something greater. If anything, I have increased its value. You ought to thank me.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Quiet! Let me speak. After careful thought, it is clear that...
What is this? What are you doing?
Holger and Gudrun are at odds. I hope to find a resolution.
That duty is mine alone, Eivor. You know this. Stand aside.
You were not here, brother. Nor did I wish to bother you.
A sallow excuse for such a bold defiance. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you finished singing, my dear Skald?
My Jarl, as I was saying,
Stop! Enough! I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holger, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children, and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holger the liar, you sink lower. You become Holger the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories.
Sigurd Jarl, no, that is not the...
This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths.
30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd.
Do I look like one to play pranks, Holger? Pay the fee, or be exiled.
Great, Jarl. If I may, I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest is...
30 times! In silver! That is my judgment.
Eivor, please. Does this not seem unfair?
Sigurd is our Jarl. His word is law, whether or not you agree.
You see?
Of course, my Jarl. As it must be. Forgive my defiance.
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is carried out exactly as I have said. Should the need arise again, do not fail to rouse me.
What a jerk. Ruining lives.
Greetings.
Sigurd?
Leave me be.
if you wish it.
I want to thank you for your judgment, Eivor. For stepping in when Sigurd would not, in spite of what happened.
Poor man. I've never known him to be so angry and reckless. Is that a side you've seen?
Rarely. There have been moments when he was distressed, worried, afraid. But nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him as we take care of our own. We're his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime, we press on.
I entered Jorvikshire to meet Halfdan Jarl, and I left a friend of Halfdan the King. We have an oath at last.
Good. Very good.
What's this mission? Oh, right. Okay. So much going on. Let's put the knife down in the other Shire, but we'll also investigate what that was.
I want to see the Alliance man.
So it's just Gloucestershire.
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
You may have noticed that Gunnar has disappeared from his forge. He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search of a wife.
A wife?
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him.
Join his search for a wife?
And see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
All right, I'll be Gunner's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester. You will find him there.